it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day of the week for a while. And today in this video, I'm going to talk about my top 10 worst movies I've ever seen. Now, these are movies that I personally do not like. I do not think they're good at all. I hate them for the story, or I hate them because I didn't think they were enjoyable. And just a disclaimer, I'm not saying don't watch these movies, and if you've already seen these movies and you love them, that's totally fine, or maybe you may hate them like I do, but these are just really bad movies that I do not like and I do not recommend watching. So I'm going to get started. So number one on my list would have to be The Fox and the Hound 2. Now, the reason why I don't like this movie is because they go back to the childhood, and I really don't like the story. It's pointless, and I just don't like just the way the characters are, and I just didn't like how the movie was in general, because it just did not have like a good vibe to it. I just did not like the vibe to that movie at all, and it just like went back to the childhood, but it didn't go like further into the adult lives to see what if they started a family and stuff. And when I heard they were making a Fox and the Hound 2, I was very excited because I was hoping there was going to be like what happened after Todd and Vixie got together. But when I saw the movie, I was so disappointed because it just went back to the same old childhood. And I just was very disappointed with the movie and just the way it was made. Number two on my list had to be Tarzan 2. The reason why I do not like Tarzan 2 is because I don't like the story, I don't like the plot. I don't like the plot, and I just didn't like the story in general. I thought it was really boring just because, again, it also went back to the childhood. I wish it got back further to the adult lives to see what happened. Number three on my list would have to be Perfume, the Story of a Murderer. Now, this is a really horrible movie, and this will be in my list of my top 10 movies I will never review video. And if you guys want that, I'm going to make it anyway, but if you guys still want to see a movie like that, video like that, please let me know down in the comments below. And the reason why I don't like this movie is because it is disgusting. It's very disturbing, and it just this way it does teach a little history, which is very, very interesting. But the movie itself is just really gross. It's just very disturbing and very uncomfortable to watch. Number four on my list would have to, just with the scenes and everything, number four on my list would have to be Bambi 2. Now, the reason why I don't like Bambi 2 is because this also goes back to the childhood. The story is pointless. The characters are cute, but the complete story is pointless. It doesn't really give much information about what happened to Bambi after he and Feline got together. Well, it doesn't give that at all because it goes back to Bambi's childhood with him and Feline, but the story just is not very good, and there's not much of a plot, and there's just not much to the characters. Number five on my list would be Schools Out the Musical, and this is a Fairly Oddparents TV movie. This is a horrible movie. This is like just really awful, this is horrible. This is a horrible movie. This has the dumbest songs ever. This plot is really boring, and just the characters themselves just cannot sing. I felt like all the songs were just like really, really awful, and they made just no sense, and they were so pointless to add in the movie. I know, and don't get me wrong, I love the Fairly Oddparents. It's one of my favorite TV shows. I just hate this movie because it's terrible. It has no plot to it, and it's just like horrible. All the songs are just terrible. Number six on my list had to be The Country Bears. Now, the reason why I did not like The Country Bears, because I didn't like the characters in there. I thought they kind of were like awkward looking. Just the bear characters were just very awkward looking, and they kind of like were a little creepy in their costumes. I don't judge things by their appearances, but honestly, I did not like the plot. I did not like the scenery, and I did not like the characters because I had no interest in that movie at all, and it was just really bad just from the story. Number seven on our list should have to be Son of the Mask. This is not even a funny movie. It is horrible with its plot. There's no point, no comedy to it. It's like really stupid scenes. And it just does not show anything funny about this movie. And I felt like they completely ripped off The Mask. And The Mask is one of my favorite movies. Number 8 on my list had to be The Love Guru. Now, I like Mike Myers. He's one of my favorite actors, but I do not like this movie. It's not even funny. It has terrible jokes, and just the comedy is awful itself. It's like a really bad movie. Number 9 on my list would have to be The Jetsons, the movie. Now, this is also a terrible movie. The songs in it are horrible. The plot itself is just it's like the worst plot ever. I actually own this movie. Well, I don't know if I own it anymore because it's down in my basement. But I love The Jetsons. It's one of my favorite cartoons. But this movie is horrible. The plot stinks. I mean, I love all the characters in the Jetsons, but the plot is horrible. The plot is the characters are like have no emotion to them, and then just like the songs in that movie are just terrible. Number 10 on my list would have to be Sinbad, the Legend of the Seven Seas. Now, the reason why I don't like this movie is because I don't like the plot. I think the villainess is creepy. The characters just don't really have a point in being there. I mean, just the plot in general is just really, really bad because I feel like the characters don't really do anything and there's not much adventure to it, in my opinion. I mean, I love DreamWorks. I think they make great animated movies, but I just don't like the plot to this movie just because I feel like there's no point of watching it just from the trailer. I did see this movie like once when I went through chemo because my stepdad got it because they didn't have a movie that I wanted at the local store. But this was just a bad movie just through its plot. Okay, so those are my top 10 worst movies I've ever seen. So nobody get offended. If you guys liked any of these movies, that's completely fine. We're all different. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day of the week for all, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!